So it's Thursday of Holy Week, and there's lots of things that happen on Thursday of Holy Week. Jesus has the Passover meal with his disciples, the last one that he would take with them, and he institutes for us the Lord's Supper, which we continue to do today in communion or Eucharist, whatever terminology you want to use. But then after the meal, they go out to the Garden of Gethsemane, and that's where I want to pick up the story. In the Garden of Gethsemane, Mark chapter 14, verse 32 says, "They went to a place called Gethsemane, and Jesus said to his disciples, 'Sit here while I pray.' He took Peter, James, and John along with him, and began to be deeply distressed and troubled. 'My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death,' he said to them. 'Stay here and keep watch.' Going a little farther, he fell to the ground and prayed that, if possible, this hour might pass from him." Verse 36, Abba, Father. Abba is a word that means daddy. It's very personal. He said, "Everything is possible for you. Take this cup from me. Yet not what I will, but what you will." Jesus asked that this cup of suffering would be taken away from him, that he would not have to go through this pain that he's about to experience. Not just the physical pain, but the spiritual, emotional pain of taking on the sin of the world. We ask those same things of God many times. Take this suffering from me. Take this coronavirus away so that we can get back to a normal life. Take the suffering, take this illness, take this pain away from me. And sometimes God does. Sometimes God removes that from our lives, but many times he does not. He lets us go through that suffering. He wants us to go through the suffering, not because he's a mean, cruel God, but because he knows that it's for his glory and for our good that we go through that suffering. Jesus submits his life and his will to the will of the Father, even though it means he's going to go through this intense, deep, distressful suffering. And so today, I want us to not simply ask God to take it away from us, but in that time when we ask for that, say, but it's not about what I want. It's not about my happiness. It's not about what I desire, Lord. It's about what's good for you. What's going to bring you the glory? What is your plan in all of this? And so we must surrender our lives to him. I'm going to sing a couple of songs. One is called "I Surrender All, Lord." It's a chorus by MacAlmon. And then the hymn, a couple of verses of the hymn, "I Surrender All." And I just want us to think this today about that suffering and that surrender it all, whatever it is. If it's suffering, if it's good times, if it's bad times, but surrendering everything to him on a daily, moment by moment basis. Surrender all, Lord. I surrender all, Lord, for I have heard your voice to lay my life So today, Lord, we surrender it all to you. As Jesus said in the garden and prayed, we echo that in our heart and life today. Not my will, but your will be done. Thank you for giving us that power and that desire to surrender it all to you. May we do that each day. Amen.